Well, what a beautiful morning to be out on the boat. So it would be rude not to, wouldn't it? So I'm going out and we're going to be cutting it wide. I'm not going to declare what species we're going for yet because that would jinx me. But I have a guest on board the boat. So who's behind the curtain today?
It's me!
Hey, Jay the RAYman.
We're on it today, Chris.
Mate, we are. We are.
I'm well up for this. I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah, me
so
too.
Excited.
No sleep last night.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, let's get this thing on the road, shall we?
Let's do it.
We've managed to get it off the mostly off the floating pontoon. Just got to power it off for that last little bit, and then let's get out to sea. Yoo-hoo! Right, everything ready to go. New Haven Harbour, SeaJay, over.
SeaJay, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. Am I clear to leave the U-Basin, over?
Yes, all clear for you.
Thank you. Well, it's taken us a fair steam out here. We're quite a long way offshore. We're fishing on some banks out in the shipping lane, so we've got to keep an eye out for the old ships. There's a few coming along behind me there. You probably won't see them on the camera, but they're not heading towards us, which is good. We've got 3 rods down. I've got a bait down with the camera on this rod. I've also got some sabikis with a flasher just bouncing on the bottom on that rod because I want to try and catch some launce if I can for bait. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Might have had a little take on the launch rod. And Jay has got a bait on as well.
I got mackerel on.
Yeah.
Strip of mackerel.
And he's smoking.
And, yeah, I'm watching.
And that rod.
Yeah, I think that rod just went.
Yeah, I think so. We'll put the camera into a stand and see if we can't wind it in, see what's on there.
Yeah,
so let's put this in here.
On there.
Yeah.
Did you say your sabiki as well?
The sabiki rod had a little bang, but the thing is we're dragging the bottom, so sometimes you get what looks like bites and it's just the bottom. Let's bring this one in because I wasn't convinced that this didn't tangle on the way down, so it's got the camera on, so I don't want to waste. Oh, I don't know.
I thought you had a bite.
Well, yeah, if it is, it's a dogfish. What we do catch a lot of out here are weaver fish, so you've got to be a bit careful grabbing at a fish until you know what it is.
Yeah.
Because my good friend Steve, he made the mistake of picking a weaver fish up with a cloth, thinking it was going to be safe, and he got spiked, and it made him very ill. And I think he's still suffering from ill effects from it. So you have got to be a bit careful, the old weavers. They're very poisonous. No fish. It all seems to have worked correctly. The camera was a little bit twisted, but not all right. There's been something ragging at the bait, without a doubt. So that bait has been pulled off the dongle. let's just turn this camera off. Do I need to use my little tool? No, managed it. That's off. So that camera's off. I'll turn this camera off because that's not very exciting. Rebake this up and put it back down again. Right, so Jay, quietly in the background, unbeknownst to me, has had his first fish of the day. Nice big dogfish, big fat boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to check them carefully because there is a lot of bullace there as well. That's not a bullace, but
No, he's got the nasal flaps.
has he?
He has.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's bullace, isn't
yeah,
it?
I think so. It's an unusual
Yeah.
marking for a bull, but yeah, I think it is.
Got the teeth, got the nasal flap.
Yeah. Oh right. Well, we might have to get a picture of that for the species hunt.
Just got putting down there a sec.
Unusual marking because he's marked speckly like a dogfish, but yeah, he's definitely got nasal flaps, hasn't he? So Jay's just baiting up again here. So
Baiting up, just added a little sliver to the bit that was already on there, really.
yeah,
There's no point keep taking it off, just add a little bit of scent to it, and that's alright.
yeah.
But that's all I'm using.
All right. Okay.
They're not massive baits again.
Right. Well, I've had the jig rod down for a while, and it wasn't really rattling much. I was getting the odd touch, but a full house of mackerel.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
As well.
So we'll have them as bait. Better than frozen, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. You hold the rod.
Yeah, I'll hold the rod and the weight. Hang on.
Absolutely cracking.
That's why the gannets are there. We've seen a few gannets flying around.
Them speakies, isn't it? Them small ones.
Yeah. So that was on tiny little sabikis. So they're obviously feeding on little stuff. Now we're going to let those die, or we're going to try and keep them alive.
Try and keep some alive.
Right. Well, let me get this down and let's get the live bait tank set up.
Although
Again,
I'm
I'm
gonna do one now.
what live? You're going to put one live down, eh?
No, I just want to fillet one.
Oh, I see. Yeah, fresh fillets are going to be 10 times better than.
That's going to be a game changer. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, tell this ain't my knife, it's sharp. Nice.
Nice, but what I want is some launch. One, because of the bait, and two, because it's another species. So that's what we want. We want some launch. Right, so I've got a bit of a bite on my rod now. Oh, that's a better bite. Yeah, that's definitely a bite. Yeah, that is a better bite. Yeah, hopefully on underwater camera as well. It is dogfish time because it's slack water. Oh, there's something there, I think. No, I don't think so. There's a bit of weight there. If we get a turbot and it's a decent size, it is coming home for dinner.
Yeah, I don't.
It's a dogfish. Oh no. Yeah, it's another doggy, another big doggy. Yeah, I said it's dogfish time, didn't I? The record, the British record's only £4 something ounces. Yeah. See, look, it's the nasal flap goes into the lip.
Yeah.
So yeah, dogfish. Yeah. So another doggy. Nice size, but not what we're looking for. And away, and he's off. Oh, he was off like a train. Ha! So that's us both in on the card.
Yeah, I think he might have come off.
Oh no! Don't want to hear that.
No. Not fighting very much.
Yeah, but things like fish that come from the bottom, they'll be blown out by now, so they've got swim bladder issues, haven't they? Oh, there you go, another doggy.
Another doggy.
Let's hope we're not going to get plagued with them all day. I'm hoping that.
I don't think we will.
I think once the tide starts to run, it'll pick up when we're moving along. We're not moving at the moment. We're just hanging about. We want your big uncle. We want your uncle bullace, because contrary to our earlier declaration, that was not a bullace. It was a dogfish.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay, so got another bite on here. I've got to put the camera on. I'll definitely go in. I say slack water dogfish time. Yeah, definitely something there. Ooh, don't know. It's heavy.
Where there's dogs, there's rain.
Well, where there's dogs, they're with everything, aren't they? I got underwater footage the other day of the dogfish and the whiting fighting over the bait. What we got here? Oh, that is a bullace. That is a bullace. I am pretty sure. Looking at the spots on it, feel how solid it is.
Yeah.
And how its nasal flaps don't go to its lip. Feel out how solid it is.
Yeah. No,
And see, so the flaps don't go to the lip.
Yeah.
So there's the difference. That's a bullace. That is definitely a bullace. So we do need to get a picture of that. So I'll put him in the water for the time being. There's a different feeling fish straight away.
Yeah.
It's chunky and much more muscular. Got a set of fangs in it, yeah. And away! Go and grow to be a big one. Want to get your great grandfather. That's what we need. Yeah. Excellent. Cheers, mate.
You great?
One of the target species is bullace. So we're going to cue some music, and here it is. Old feathers there, and definitely hooked something. Yeah. I'm feeling a great deal of rattling going on. Please be launched. Please be launched.
Be a whole string of them.
Yeah. That'd be happy days. I caught them off the beach at Seaford, you know, Launce. Yeah. I was fishing, I was down there watching, I saw all these fish on the surface. I thought they were little mackerel. So I rushed home and got some sabikis and a little heavy metal lure. Came back, was casting them, and I got a string of lawns. And John Darling turned up just after I'd done it, took some pictures of me with the lawns, and then I had it might have been me hack hooking my line actually. That was what was the weight that I fell. Yeah, so I'll sort it out. I can do it. I'll do it. I've got a little routine now for doing this. So make sure the rod's there and it's under reasonable tension, because the last thing you want is slack line when you've got mackerel feathers, because they just bounce around themselves. And then not my first rodeo. Oh, you're whistling again. Wind, I felt the wind pick up instantly.
I did actually. Oh dear. Yeah. Stop whistling, Joe.
I mean, it's like you come out here and you won't have talked about them animals with the big ears for fucking decades. And then you'll come out here and within 10 minutes they become the topic of the conversation. You think, why? Don't talk about them.
Yeah. Down Portland they're funny like that.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, Portland are well funny.
Have you seen that film Fisherman's Friends? Oh, you want to watch it, mate. It's really funny. It's really good. It's a story. It's based around a true story. There's a bunch of Cornish fishermen who are in a folk sort of singing group, and it revolves around that. But they take this media bloke out to sea, and they're doing all that. And he said, "Oh, don't wear green because it'll make the boat return to shore." And then he shoots a flare. Oh no, he shot a seagull. Oh no, we're doomed. It's a funny film. I think this might go down on the records as being the smallest dogfish of the day, but we'll see. So he can go back. Woo. Dom. So we're ever present when you're out here fishing, and it's nice to see them because they weren't here the last couple of trips out. You get a couple of fulmars following the boat. Now, if you don't know what a fulmar is, it's not a seagull. You know, if the uneducated will think it's another seagull, but this isn't. This is actually a petrel, and they are more closely related to an albatross than they are to a seagull. Now, they some people call them sea chickens because they sound like chickens. They cackle like chickens, and they're very, very aggressive and squabbly. So we'll chuck them a bit of fish and see if they beat off the so lesser blackback. Oh, the lesser blackback's got it, and he's woofed it. The fulmars are having a bit of a set too. Got another one here for you though. Look, they're having a look under the water just in case there's any bits left. And they sound like ducks, don't they? Oh, and the gold got it again. Now I don't think they're great. I don't think those are great blackbacks. I think they're lesser blackbacks because they're quite small. Again, we'll study the video and check the sign to see if it is. We've got a big old ship there crossing across behind us, big container ship. We're pretty clear looking back up the shipping lane. There was one ship there, but I don't think it's heading towards us. Yeah, that's good. Got the AIS working. The AIS is showing the ships, and it shows me the tracks, so I know if there's one heading towards me. And it'll also sound an alarm if he thinks one's a danger to me, which is also good to know. But here we are, fishing. We've steamed back up to the further end of the banks, and we're going to drift back. Let's see if I can get that on film. So let's have a look where we're fishing. All right, here we go.
Smith's Bay, sir. Could you come to channel 11 for me? Channel 1.
You can see these great big sandbanks. What we're looking to do is drift across them. We're kind of drifting in that direction at the moment, although the wind is dying away now. And they are 40 feet high banks of sand. We're in 180 feet of water at the moment, or 160 feet of water. Over the top of them is only about 130, 140, so they're quite big banks of sand. That's what the map shows them as. Of course, they're sandbanks, so they do move. But anyway, hopefully we'll get a good drift here. And yeah, it feels really fishy. Although there's nobody else out here, which is, I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. But we'll see. Let's keep fishing. I will put the camera on when something happens. Now, Jay has brought donuts. Custard. I've got tea, custard donuts. Custard. Now, yeah, I do like custard donuts. and they will fall within the spectrum of what I call a sticky cake. So we all know what happens when I get a sticky cake and a cup of tea in my hand. So let's see if it happens this time. I'm going to put the kettle on. Jay's had a bite.
It's just weird how my lines.
Yeah, it is a bit weird how yours has gone over down there. Wait, maybe it's. Have you got a prawn on? Have you?
No.
Oh.
I get a stick of prawn on though.
Oh, and you got some. We've got some peeler. Is that a peeler edible? No.
Yeah.
It is. It's totally illegal.
If it's soft and it's in a rock pool,
It's totally illegal.
I know. I thought they were allowed.
No, not edibles. Not under a certain size. You can only take edibles that are like that.
Good bait though.
Yeah.
I had one last year and I cut it in half. I put half on, had a £4 bass, put the other half on, straight away had another bass.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that one crab
Yeah.
cost me
Yeah. No, absolutely.
£8
Yeah.
bass.
Well, as we know, anything that's good is illegal. You got a fish on there or not?
I don't think so. A long way out though. Down. Long way down.
Might be better off putting your rod this side of the boat as the lines are going off sideways like that. Yeah, we'll use that rest there.
I'll go up there a bit.
I don't think you're coming up any of my leads, so.
No, I ain't. Yeah, we'll be up. Amazing how much line these reels take.
Yeah, but you're not. I think your drag is set wrong, because I think what's happening is quite a lot of time you wind and nothing's happening.
I let it drift out quite a way out
Yeah.
behind as well.
Yeah.
There you go, that's what's right. No good when it sits around like that, is it?
No. He's had the fickle fish. The fickle fuckle fish. Right. Yeah, I don't know if I'm. Yeah, you should be able to see it. Only little touches though. So we'll leave it, see if it develops into anything. I think there's another dogfish. I think so.
Corsica, fishing best breakfast.
What's banging? So your lead. Oh no, I've got a rock.
What's that, rockling?
I've got a rockfish.
Give that a go.
Yeah.
Alright, spin up again.
Yeah, what you've got to do is let it down and stop every so often to just to sort of settle itself down. So, my PB rock for the day. I think I might put some fresh bait on this now. It's been there a little while. So, little note to Westins. Because I'm fishing this dragging along the bottom, what I found was happening was that every time I stopped, it would flop over to the side like that. So what I've done is I've put a rod through that bottom arm, so that when it stops, it will just flop very slightly to one side. Now, obviously, it's increased its snag ability, but this is carbon fibre rod. It should pull out, it should spring out. So that's the plan. And it's just held in there with a bit of power gum either side of where I've drilled it, just to hold it in place. So far, touch wood, it seems to be working. Let's turn this camera off. The other thing, Westins, although I like the idea you can turn this thing off without opening it, this is a bit of a faff. And I never know which way to turn it. Would be good if you had an on-off arrow on it or something. And make this end cap, this incorporated into the end cap, so you haven't got to keep messing around with it. But other than that, I'm very impressed with it. The thing that I'm working with here is what I'm calling SeaJay's garden wire dongle. So basically, it's just a bit of fine garden wire, doubled over with a bead in there. You twist it in the middle, so you've got a little bit there which will help hold the dongle, the bait in place, and then you just bait elastic on. But it seems to be working really well, and it's much easier to work with than braid. I've found. So, well, time will tell, but so far it's caught fish and it's worked each time. So let's keep on with it. Oiled yet, and I've got a bite on. So I've given it a bit more line because that's what you've got to do if it's a turbot. But it's definitely something still there. Look at that, it's giving it a good old nod. So let's have a look. Let's hope it's not another dogfish, but I suspect it might be. There's weight, but it's not fighting. Oh, I've got another rock.
Another rock?
I've got another rock.
Oh, a bit bigger than the last one.
Yeah. I won't put it on the species hunt. This bait's still quite good. Let's get it back down. Put a bit of fresh on this. No, it's still got blood in it. I've changed a different lead, I think. It's a bit heavy, I feel. See if that'll hold bottom. Keep paying it out. Might be too light, but we'll find out in a minute. Well, nothing's doing much, to be fair. Oh, we have a launch! Woohoo! Hooray! Another species! Another species in the boat! Right, well, I went to check my mackerel feathers and we have a launch, which is a bait second to none for what we're targeting today. But what's more, it's another species for the species hunt. So I'll get him in the live bait tank. I actually haven't got a net for him actually, so I might have to go in a bucket. So the greater sand eel or launce, right, well, I've got a cup of tea, sticky cake, and I've got a live launce as bait. So what could go wrong? We'll see in a minute. Hopefully we will catch something worthy of such good bait. Need to get the launch lures down again because I want to come and get a string of them. Because keep them alive, take them home and freeze them. Awesome bait for off the beach. Anything happening on my rod tip? Normally by about the second bite of my sticky cake, I get a great lunging bite. Now all of the target species will take a launce, because half the reason why they're here is because the launce are here. And you know, there should be a lot of bass on here as well, so a big bass on the launch would be nice. Put the camera on when it happens. Beautiful fish, aren't they?
Lovely.
Tub gurnard. You can tell it's a tub gurnard because it's got this big butterfly wing blue rim to it, and they've got amazing eyes as well. Try and get
One of the best eating fish
yeah,
going,
lovely
though.
to eat. Not much meat on them. You've got to get a big one really.
Yeah, he ain't very big, is he?
You putting him back?
Yeah, let's watch him go
Yeah,
over,
yeah.
shall we?
Yeah.
Try and... Whoa! He didn't hang around.
He did not hang around. We've had quite a spell of nothing. So Jason has just changed over to a rather fine ragworm bait, and straight away got a bite. So he's winding into something, hopefully.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think I might have lost that. Oh, I'm not sure.
What you find sometimes when there's a lot of mackerel about, you'll pick mackerel up on worm baits on the way down and you don't know you've got them, and then you hit the bottom and you get a rattling bite almost instantly. And it's the mackerel that you picked up on the way down.
Cracking bite.
Yeah. There's a worm in noshed. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's been well noshed out, hasn't it? Yeah.
Get some more on, I think.
Well, we'll do this drift all the way down the sandbanks, hopefully, and then maybe we'll think about there's a wreck just out there between the shipping lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I haven't. It used to be a fantastic wreck for pollock. Haven't fished it for a very long time. Well, rather, last time I fished it, we didn't have anything off it. But there won't have been many people out here, so it might be worth giving it a go. Well, we're just coming up to the front of the bank, so again, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen soon. Let's put the old Jack and Ories down. Oh, here we go. Oh.
What? I've got a fish on.
Right, Jay's into a fish, and I've got something on the jig, on the slow jig. Might be a string of mackerels on the sabikis, of course, but feels solid. I'm just letting some line out on that, just to make sure I'm on the bottom. I think this is a string of mackerel because it's still going. Oh, I don't know, what's that there? Oh, it might be a weaver. It is a weaver. Another species in the boat, but this one we will be very cautious of. Yeah. So that's a greater weaver. Beautiful looking fish, beautiful colours, but very, very, very venomous. So,
Got one.
you got a weaver as well?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So like buses, they come along in pairs. Right, don't hit me with it. Right, it's on the slow jig. He took that. Yours is on the worm, isn't it?
Yeah.
They are actually very nice to eat.
I know, I heard that about weavers.
Look at that spines on that.
Yeah.
Seriously dangerous fish.
They're great though.
They're great, but having seen Steve Kerr's experience of them, I'm very, very, very
Steve's friend.
nervous of them. There you go. So another species on the boat. Long spell of nothing. It's all suddenly getting busy again, isn't it? Need to make a note in our mind where we are on the banks. Might just be a dogfish, but it could be a bullass because it was banging well. Or it could be another weaver, of course. It's not. I can feel it shaking its head, but it's not fighting. Big flatfish. What we got? Nothing there. Well, there you go. There was definitely something there. And we're both into fish again. Me on the jig, on the slow jig, and Jay on the rag. Jig and jag, jig and rag. I suspect it's weaver fish again. This one is hanging on.
Once again, when you said I'm in, I thought you tangled my line.
Yeah, well, maybe I have.
No.
Oh, it's fighting.
Yeah, they do fight well.
Going some. Could almost say it's a bass. I thought it came off then, but still there. Oh, it's going again.
I've got your line.
Have you? Oh, you got my... Yeah, it's all right though, isn't it? Oh, I've got something on the feathers. I think I've got some king-size mackerel. 2 big jumbo mackerels. Big jumbos.
They are big.
Look at them big old boys.
We saw in the shop
Yeah,
yesterday.
but that's kind of like October time mackerel, like harvest mackerel they are. Put them in the live bait tank. Bit big to keep as bait, but it will keep them fresh. Might if they survive, they might come home for my tea.
Yeah.
There's one underneath the seat there. Who you got?
Get another weaver. Not as big though, so
All right, hang on. Let's.
he can go back.
Your forceps are here. Try not to swing it in my face. That is big jumbo mackerel. Woohoo! In the live bait tank. Need to wipe my hands. And weaver gone. Weaver gone. Weaver gone.
I weren't messing about with him.
No. As I say, Steve Kerr made the mistake of thinking that a rag was going to protect him, and it spiked him through the rag, and he passed out with a pain.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was that on your boat?
No, he was out on a boat out of Eastbourne, out of his mate's boat, last year. And he was in hospital. I took him to hospital. And his hand was like a balloon for weeks. And I think he's still got some symptoms from it.
Been all right fight.
Sorry? Yeah. Well, I mean, them 2 jumbo mackerel, I thought it was a bass.
I know, big.
And I think there was probably more than that. I think a couple came off. And that was, I think that was on the baited feather, so obviously when they get that big they become cannibalistic. That no dogfish.
Yeah.
It's a big one though. Be good to go out and target, try and beat the British record, because as I say, they're not particularly big, and in fact the shore record is heavier than the boat caught.
Well hooked.
Oh yeah. Probably why it was putting such a bend in your rod.
Right.
Oh, I've got a bite.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a bite. I've got a bite. Oh, I had a bite. Not a monster bite. They have a bit of line. Yeah, still there, I think.
Still there?
I think so. It is, it's a dogfish, it's not big. Not a thing. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah. Just letting the feathers down then. Thought we'd get them down out of the way while I bait up the other rod and straight into something. Suspect it's the old macaroons, but you never know. We would like a scad. We would like a scad as another species. But
Bring on the scad.
bring on the scad. I only want one, then we'll get local. It's not a mackerel, it's a pouting.
Oh, different species per day.
But it's not one I've already got. It's one I've already got, so I can't record it again. Jay has just wound up the dead man's fingers. There he goes. Nice pair of them.
Pair of them. See why they're called the dead man's fingers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You alright if you had a salt water tank?
Yeah. When the underwater camera I had, I filmed the other day, it stopped on the bottom. Obviously, I stopped drifting or something, and all you can see on the bottom, all these little things going like that.
Yeah.
There's so much life down there. The gannet there. Indication that we know the mackerel are there because we've been catching them.
Really good bait, eh?
Right, how are we drifting? We're just drifting around on top of the thing there, I think. It's virtually slack water now. Oh dear. Right, we need to get back on top of the banks. We're off the banks now. And then I think there's a wreck about 2 miles away, that way. The trouble is, you don't really want to be on it on slack water. We want to be when the tide's starting to run. So when it gets really slack here, we'll head there and hopefully it'll start to move. That's it, so it should be facing me now. Oh. Right, just drifting this wreck one more time. I thought I'd have a go with a slow jig. Hit something. It felt quite solid initially, but not so much now. So I suspect it might be the curse of the pouting. Jay had a pouting last drift on bait, so it is pouting time. The tide is almost slack. We're gonna head in and pick up a couple of wrecks just the other side of the shipping lanes, I think.
There we go.
Right, so bit of epoxy pouting.
Not a problem.
Yeah, for a second there, it felt like a good fish. But
Yeah.
clearly not.
Huh. But it is a fish.
It is a
On the
fish.
wreck.
Yeah, so that's two pouting off that wreck. We're going to go and catch some decent fish off another wreck now.
Yeah.
That's me. Jay's into a pouting.
Oh, damn. On the lure though.
On the lure, pouting on the lure, and catch and release.
Yeah.
Get in and
Got slammed.
Slammed, hopefully by a decent pollock. Well, yeah, not bass would be nice.
Yeah, bass or pollock.
There's the lead. Oh, there we got colour. Yeah, it's a nice pollock that. Do you want a net? Oh yeah, that's a nice fish. Oh, it's only just hooked, isn't it?
Good. That is a nice pollock.
Yeah, it's all right.
There you go.
Happy with that?
On the new white lures.
Yeah.
Specials from Tony's. I've forgotten what they're called.
360s. 360s, I think.
No, but that is made my day.
Yeah.
Well, no, the whole day's been good, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, that fish is.
Happy days.
Yeah, that is nice. What's that? About £4, £5?
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice fish, eh?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What?
What you've got to do in the end, if you're not coming out, is point the rod at it, otherwise you'll snap the rod at it. Point the rod at it, hold the line with your thumb, and just let it drift, and snap it out.
Like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's alright. Yeah. I was sure I lost that.
One more last drift.
That famous one more.
Yeah. Wind it back up again. I want to catch a pollock. Not been my day for the pollock. Hooked a couple and they rather had takes than not hooked them. Right, one more last drift.